Is that okay?
Good morning. I'd like to call the Senate Rules Committee to order. Please call the roll.
You have a quorum, Madam Chair.
Thank you, ma'am. Barbara?
I'm here. I don't know.
Okay, this morning we're going to be making appointments. We have a total of 74, I believe. So I hope that we can get through these fairly quickly. On pages 1 through 4, these are all individuals. These are potential reappointments. All of these individuals have been contacted, and they are reappointments of individuals who wish to be reappointed to these terms, to the Capitol Square Preservation Council, Civic Education Commission, Clean Energy Advisory Board, Disability Commission, Employment Service Organization, Steering Committee, Institute for Advanced Learning and Research Board, the Dr. Martin Luther King Memorial Commission, Minority Business Commission, Public-Private Partnership Oversight Committee, Roanoke River Basin Advisory Committee, Rural Virginia Board of Trustees Center, School Construction and Modernization Commission, Secure and Resilient Commonwealth Panel, Virginia Israel Advisory Board. And I would like to take those up in a block if there's no opposition.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we take up those reappointments in a block. All those in, is this voice? Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, those are done. We will now move to page 5, where there are a total of 44 vacancies. Beginning with the American Revolution 250 Commission. There are 2 Senate vacancies. This one appears to be very popular. We have...
People say since I was there, I should be on it.
we have Deeds, Eben, Hashmi, Locke, Normant, Peterson, Suderline, and Servell who have expressed interest on this commission.
Madam Chair?
Yes, Senator Eben.
I noticed that Senator Hashmi noted that she carried the original legislation establishing the committee, so I would suggest that she be one of our appointees.
It was my bill.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator.
I don't know how to do it, but could I make a motion that also that Senator Hashmi and Senator Norman be the 2?
It was my bill.
Madam Chair, I've got
Senator
a substitute
Deeds.
motion.
Yes.
I move that Senator Glock and Senator Norman be the appointees.
Madam Chair, that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
I second that nomination.
Who Senator Norman?
I'm not trying to displace anyone, but probably for 30-plus years, I've been involved with the Jamestown-Yorktown Foundation and Irving Commemoration, and I just would like to participate because, shockingly as it is to you, Madam Chairman, I may bring some insight into these commemorations and how they're run.
And this is being handled by the Jamestown-Yorktown Foundation. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Was there a second? There was a second.
Yes, a second. I did a second.
Madam Chair,
Senator Peterson.
I plan to vote for the motion, but I think this is a very interesting commission. I'm a descendant, and I'm sure I'm not the only one of folks that fought in the Revolution. And I would love to be able to participate or at least have knowledge of the meetings, even if I can't be a member. So thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's been moved and seconded that Senators Locke and Normant be the 2 Senate members for the American Revolution 250 Commission. This is also voice. Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. We now move to the Conflict of Interest and Ethics Advisory Council. There's 1 citizen vacancy. Wilfred Taylor was the current member. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the American Revolution 250 Commission. That is a roll call vote. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, noes 0.
Ayes 15, noes 0. That motion carries. We'll now move to the Conflict of Interest and Ethics Advisory Council, where there's one citizen vacancy. We do not have a recommendation at this time, so we'll carry that to our next meeting. The Eastern Virginia Medical School Board of Visitors, we have 2 nominations of Dawn Sessoms Hester of Norfolk, who's the city treasurer. She currently sits on EVMS board, and we have Glenn McDermott of Virginia Beach. It's been moved and seconded that Dawn Sessoms Hester be reappointed to the board. All those in favor, this is voice, right?
Be consistent.
Well, all those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, noes 0.
Ayes 15, noes 0. That motion carries. We now move to the Employment Service Organization Steering Committee, where there's one citizen vacancy. The Virginia Association of Community Rehabilitation Program and recommends Jan Williams of Oakton. I believe that's the only
Madam
nomination. Okay. All those in favor of Jan Williams of Oakton, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, noes 0.
Ayes 15, noes 0. That motion carries. We now move to the Information Technology Advisory Council, where there are 3 senator vacancies. This was from Senate Bill 703 by Senator Boysko. We have recommendations from Senator Boysko, Senator DeStaff. Senator Favola is recommending Bell, Cosgrove, and McPike.
Madam Chair, I happily withdraw my name from that list.
Madam Chair,
Senator Favola.
I recommend Senator Boysko, Senator DeStaff, and Senator Bell.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that Senator Boysko, Senator DeStaff, and Senator Bell serve on the Information Technology Advisory Council. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, noes 0.
Ayes 15, noes 0. That motion carries. We now move to Okay, I was just reminded that if a person patrons a bill, they should be appointed to that commission. We now move to the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research Board of Trustees. Let's see, those individuals are not eligible for reappointment. The recommendation is for 2 citizens to 2 3-year terms. We have recommendations of Don Gibson of Southside, Virginia, and Emma Maddox Koslowski of Hardy. It's been moved and seconded that those 2 individuals be appointed to those terms. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, noes 0.
Ayes 15, noes 0. Those 2 individuals are appointed. We now move to the Dr. Martin Luther King Memorial Commission for one citizen vacancy. Ronald Carey is eligible but does not seek to be reappointed. We have 2 recommendations of Dr. Karen Turner Ward of Hampton and Don Gathers of Charlottesville.
Madam Chair,
Senator Lucas.
I recommend Dr. Karen Turner Ward of Hampton.
Do we have a second? Second. It's been moved and seconded that Dr. Karen Turner Ward of Hampton be appointed to the Dr. Martin Luther King Memorial Commission. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, no zero.
Ayes 15, no zero. That appointment is made. We now move to the Minority Business Commission, where there's one citizen vacancy. Senator Favola recommends Stephen Hammond of Richmond.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Stephen Hammond be appointed. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, no zero.
Ayes 15, no zero. Stephen Hammond is appointed to the Minority Business Commission. We now move to the Overtime Issues Review Work Group for 2 senator vacancies. We have recommendations of Senator Eben, and Senator Favola recommends Mason and Marston.
Madam Chair?
Yes, Senator Marston.
Yeah, I would move that Senator Eben and Senator Mason, who is more highly qualified in that area than myself, be the nominees.
Senator Barker sponsored this bill.
Oh, is he? I thought you were chairing it.
You already on it, yeah.
Substitute motion, Madam Chair, that Senator Eben and Senator Barker be appointed.
It's been moved and seconded that Senator Barker and Senator Eben be appointed to the Overtime Issues Review Work Group. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Didn't have you in.
Ayes 15, no zero.
Ayes 15, no zero for Barker and Eben to work overtime. We now move to the Pandemic Response and Preparedness Joint Subcommittee. This is a new joint subcommittee sponsored by Senator Surville. Senators DeSteph, Favola, Mason, Suderline, and Surville have expressed interest, and Senator Favola recommended Donovan, McPike, and Pillion. And there are 4 senator vacancies, and Surville is the sponsor.
Madam Chair,
Senator Favola.
I would move Senator Favola, Senator Mason, Senator Suderline, and Senator Surville, since they've all indicated interest.
Second.
Who was that again, Senator? Surville?
Madam Chair, I did
Favola.
myself, Senator Mason, Senator Suderline, and Senator Surville. I guess I did not pick up Senator DeSteph, but my motion was Favola, Mason, Suderline, and Surville.
That's 4.
That's 4.
So it's been moved that Senators Surville, Suderline, Mason, and Favola serve on the Pandemic Response and Preparedness Joint Subcommittee. All those in favor, please. We need citizens. Do we have any citizens? We have Chris Jones of Suffolk, Dr. Jeremiah O'Shea of Reston. Wait a minute. Chris Jones is the only person nominated who owns a pharmacy. A representative from a public hospital or healthcare system. There are 2 individuals who've been nominated. Senator Favola recommends Dr. Jeremiah O'Shea. Senator Surville recommends Jennifer Siciliano of Fairfax. So we need to choose between those 2 individuals.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator Favola.
I would recommend Dr. Jeremiah, Jake, is what he goes by, O'Shea of Reston. He is the medical officer for HCA, which is a national healthcare system. And he also has had experience overseeing healthcare systems in Colorado and other states, so he can bring a broad perspective on how COVID was addressed, not only in Virginia, but in other states.
Madam Chair,
Senator Peterson.
are we choosing, who are we choosing between on this motion?
Jeremiah O'Shea and Jennifer Siciliano.
Okay,
Between UVA and out of state.
right. With
Well, let me make a correction.
let me.
HCA is in state, too.
I'm going to make a substitute motion then, and I'm going to recommend Jen Siciliano. I think she's outstanding. She's also a constituent. She's very active. Well, she was an officer with Inova for years now, represents UVA Health Systems, and I just think she's more in tune with what's going on in Virginia, so I'd recommend her.
Okay, so it's moved and seconded on Jen Siciliano. Okay. On the third is a local elected official representing an urban locality. There's only one person, that's Rodney Lusk of Fairfax. And on number four, a representative from the K through 12 public education system. We have Mary Catherine Gregory of Potomac Falls and Karen Corbett Sanders of Alexandria.
I could go with you.
Yeah, too many Fairfax people. And it's not like their pandemic response was anything to write home about
Madam
either.
Chair, yeah, there is there are too many Fairfax
Yeah.
people.
Madam Chair.
All the appointees are
So
either.
on this, did you recognize me?
Yeah, everybody's from Northern Virginia, so just toss a coin. Yes, Senator Favola.
I'm going to go ahead and, as you can see, and recommend Mary Catherine Gregory of Potomac Falls. Loudon has been certainly in the limelight on lots of things, so she's solid. Has experience throughout a whole region in the state, but she is a parent in Loudoun County, as well as a teacher in a Title I school.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator.
Since this is a committee that's going to be doing pandemic response, and it was a pandemic, not a Northern Virginia pandemic, I think, would it be possible for us to hold a couple of these open until our next meeting? So
I
we
would,
could-
I would
agree with
second,
that.
I would definitely agree with that one.
We can hold the representative from K-12.
And
You
this
wanna hold
local
that one?
elected official, too.
I mean, we do have Chris Jones from Suffolk.
Which opening is that for, Chris Jones?
He's number one.
He's from Suffolk,
He's
so
a pharmacy owner.
he's,
Oh, so we're, fine.
So we've got one from
we have
Southside.
someone, we have the hospital representative is Northern Virginia, and we have the urban locality person from Northern Virginia.
Yeah, I think we need some more diversity, and I'm concerned about certain localities making this about justifying their own actions as opposed to having an objective inquiry. And I'll say that for the record. I hope the press repeats it.
Good for
So
you.
do we want to hold the urban locality rep too?
I think so, yes.
Okay. All right, so we can do the pharmacy and the hospital healthcare system at this time. Okay. So we are appointing Favola, Mason, Suderline, Servell, Chris Jones, and Jen Siciliano
Correct,
at this time.
correct.
Okay. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Uh, 16, no, 0.
Aye 16, no 0. Those individuals are appointed at this time, and at our next meeting, we will be appointing a local elected official and a representative from the K through 12 education system. Okay. Okay, so we now move to the Rural Virginia Board of Trustees. Ron Jefferson is no longer eligible to serve, so Senator Ruff recommends Sarah Marshall of Louisa, and Senator Obenshain recommends Christopher Quinn of Rockingham. I'm sorry. Okay, both Senator Ruff and the Executive Director of the Virginia Rural Center recommend Sarah Marshall of Louisa. There are two people, though. Sarah Marshall of Louisa, and then Senator Obenshain recommends Christopher Quinn of Rockingham.
Madam Chairman,
Senator Howell.
I'll nominate Sarah Marshall of Louisa.
It's been moved and seconded that Sarah Marshall of Louisa be nominated to the Rural Virginia Board of Trustees. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
16, no, 0.
Aye 16, no 0. That appointment is made. We now move to the School Health Services Committee. This is a new joint subcommittee from Senator Favola. And the recommendations are Senators McClellan, Peterson, and Pillion.
And Madam Chair, I want to get this straight. Senator Favola, this is your bill, and you don't want to be on the committee.
I would like to be on the committee, but I don't fit the requirement that is outlined in the resolution, because they were supposed to be, the appointees were supposed to come from education and health, the Senate appointees. So following that form.
Yeah, the patron of the bill is always normally appointed.
That would be wonderful.
Madam Chair.
I would like to be appointed then.
Madam Chair, I don't want to, and this sounds like a very important committee, but I don't think I have.
Overload like me.
Yeah, well, I've been advised, don't volunteer for anything in this life. Makes me wonder how I got here. But I would respectfully decline being appointed, so.
It's-
All right.
So we would have McClellan, Favola, and Pillion.
Okay.
Okay. So those in favor of McClellan, Favola, and Pillion, please vote aye. Those opposed, no. Barbara? Okay.
16, no, 0.
Oh, I forgot something. Can we strike that one? Because I forgot the citizen members. Oh, okay, all right. There are 3 citizens to be appointed, and we have Becky Bowers Lanier of Richmond, Dr. Mitchell Boyd of Fairfax, and Angela Moore of Midlothian. Okay. It's been moved and seconded that those 3 citizens be appointed. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Uh, 16, no, 0.
Ayes 16, noes 0, and those 3 citizens are appointed. We have the School Readiness Committee, where we have 3 Senate vacancies. The 3 senators who currently serve are not eligible to be reappointed, and we did not get any nominees, so we'll kick that one to our next meeting. The Soil and Water Conservation Board, we have 1 citizen vacancy. We did not have a nomination for that, so we'll kick that to the next meeting. We have the VCU Health System Authority Board. Senator McDougal is not eligible for reappointment. Lisa Hicks Thomas not eligible for reappointment. I recommended Senator McClellan for appointment to that board. VCU recommends Dr. N. Romish Wissoria and Dr. Lance Hampton. So I need a motion on those 3 nominees. It's been moved and seconded that those 3 individuals be appointed to the VCU Health System Authority. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
16, no, 0.
Ayes 16, no 0. Those 3 individuals are appointed. Next is the Veterans Services Foundation Board of Trustees. Senator Stosh does not wish to be reappointed. We have a recommendation of Colonel Timothy Pillion to be appointed. All those in favor of Colonel Pillion, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
16, no, 0.
Ayes 16, no 0. Colonel Pillion is appointed to the Veterans Services Foundation Board. Next is the Virginia Israel Advisory Board, 2 citizen vacancies. The recommendations for appointment are Andrew Lewis of Williamsburg and Charlotte Wooldridge of Lawrenceville to that board.
So moved.
Need a second? It's been moved and seconded that Andrew Lewis and Charlotte Wooldridge be appointed to the Virginia Israel Advisory Board. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 16, no, 0.
Ayes 16, no 0. Those individuals are appointed. And our last, I think this is the last, yes. Our last is the Commission on Virginia tribes. For senators and 1 citizen vacancies, we had requests from 2 senators, Senators Cosgrove and Marston, and we do not have a recommendation for a citizen member. So those in favor of Senators Cosgrove and Marston, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Uh, 16, no, 0.
Ayes 16, no 0. And so those 2 individuals are appointed, and we will have to appoint 2 additional senators and 1 citizen at our next meeting. So we are done. At our next meeting, I would like for individuals to take into consideration, again, thinking about bill limits. That will be at our next meeting. And completing our appointments to the remaining boards. Okay?